Welcome to Soma and Sage. If you are watching this, you probably know the feeling of a profound internal conflict. It's the constant tug-of-war between the loyalty you feel toward your family and the deep, persistent distress they cause you. For too many, the very place that should have been a haven, our family, is the source of our deepest wounds. Today, we are talking about healing toxic family dynamics, how to identify the patterns, break the cycle, and, crucially, how to set boundaries that protect your peace. To start, we must acknowledge the weight of childhood trauma. When you grow up in a dysfunctional environment, your body and mind are trained to survive, not to thrive. This experience can shape your adult relationships, often leading to trust issues, low self-esteem, hyperindependence, or insecure attachment styles. The goal of this journey isn't to assign blame, but to gain awareness. We cannot change what we do not acknowledge. Now, let's draw a critical distinction. Every family has conflict. That is normal. Toxicity, however, is a persistent pattern of behavior that undermines your emotional safety and sense of reality, often through criticism, manipulation, or emotional neglect. Toxicity thrives on defined, unhealthy roles. Understanding which role you were assigned is a massive step toward recovery because it shows you the script you are finally allowed to put down. Think about these common roles. The hero, or the golden child, who must overachieve to distract from the family's dysfunction. The scapegoat, who is unfairly blamed for all the family's problems, often becoming the black sheep. The enabler or caretaker, who minimizes the abuse and supports the unhealthy behavior to keep the peace. And finally, the lost child, who withdraws, stays hidden, and seeks to survive by being invisible. If you recognize yourself in any of these roles, take a moment. That was a survival mechanism, and it no longer defines you. Healing requires new rules. And new rules require boundaries. These are not walls to keep people out. They are the property lines of your self-respect. The most difficult part of setting a boundary is managing the backlash. When a toxic person meets a boundary, they often react with anger, guilt, or the silent treatment because you are disrupting their control. Your strength is in your clarity and consistency. Here are a few scripts you can use. For criticism or unsolicited advice, I appreciate your input, but I am comfortable with my decision. Pause or, I hear your concern, but this is not up for discussion. For gaslighting or argument, I am not going to argue about my memory of that event. We can change the subject, or I will need to hang up. For limiting contact, I am only available for a 30-minute visit this afternoon. I look forward to seeing you then. If the time runs out, you stand up and say, "My 30 minutes is up. I'll talk to you next time." If the toxic behavior persists, if your boundaries are repeatedly crushed, you may reach the point of no return, where reducing contact or even going no contact is the only path forward. This decision is an ultimate act of self-preservation, and it is a painful, necessary choice that prioritizes your mental health above all else. Breaking the cycle is perhaps the bravest thing you will ever do. It is how you honor the child you once were and protect the adult you are becoming. The path to healing requires compassion and community. Start by nurturing a new narrative for yourself, one where you are valued, seen, and safe. Thank you for joining us on this difficult but vital discussion. You are not alone on this journey. From all of us here at Soma and Sage, you deserve to be treated with love and respect.